guys, and welcome back to my channel. A friend of mine, and I thank her very much, sent me this video to react to. It's about a runaway bride that finally calls a radio station, and in her calling the radio station, she wants to get back with her ex after 12 years. So you guys are going to see my reaction, so let's get it. My name is Kay and Kim, and this is my channel, Knkemtv. Welcome, where this channel deals with a bunch of shenanigans. So like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share, because you're the reason why we're growing on the channel, and we definitely appreciate it. Hello, you guys. Hello, you guys. Okay, so today let's get into it. This bride, after so long, came to her ex on a radio station after leaving him to the altar, and she wants to get back with her ex like Ashanti did with Nelly. You guys, she want to double back, and I was like, what? Let me see. A friend of mine sent me this, and she said, I just want you to react to it to see what you thinking, because I'm thinking something too. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and react to this video. So when it was sent to me originally, I was like, no, no ma'am. But again, this is one of those videos where a lot of plot twists and turn. So I'm going to show the whole video. And yeah, so you guys, I did get this from the content creator down below, but I found the original video, so I linked both videos. So here we go.
So long story short, I was a runaway bride, essentially.
You left him at the altar?
Yeah. Well, my Carrie, she was like a permanent third wheel. Like, she would always hang out with us. She was like our +1 when we went to a fit.
Okay.
And so like the night before my wedding, she like sat me down. She's like, I can't let you walk down the aisle. And I was like, why? And she was like, he's been cheating on you. And I was like, what?
Oh.
And I started crying, and it was like this whole thing, and I was like, how could this happen? Like, why didn't you tell me before? So I called my mom, and she was like, you got to get out of there. She got me a plane ticket right away, and I left him there.
Oh, so the next morning, everybody's getting everything ready for the wedding, and Aubrey is nowhere to be seen. So, and this was all in the Tampa area?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And now you're here in Charlotte. And how long has it been, by the way, since all this happened?
12 years.
Wow. Okay, so you want to shoot your shot with the man that you left at the altar?
Well, it turns out Carrie actually wanted to be with Patrick.
Wait, so she lied to you?
Yeah.
About that?
Yeah. Yep.
What kind of drama are you living in? This is insane.
So long.
All right, Patrick, the person that wants to shoot their shot with you will do so now.
Hi, Patrick. How are you? I haven't talked to you in a very long time, and I know that I left you on the altar.
Wait, Aubrey?
Yeah?
Oh my god. Wow. I cannot believe this is happening. I mean, I haven't talked to you in over like 10 years, 12. And, I mean, you literally broke my heart.
I know.
Like, I mean, I was mortified. I was literally mortified. I'm standing in front of all my family and friends by myself, staring at nobody. And
I know.
Like, it was literally the most mortifying thing I've ever experienced in my life. Yeah, I lost.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you know, like no warning, nothing. I mean, if you were unsure of getting married to me for any reason, you should call me. We should talk about it.
Carrie told me that you were cheating on me.
Okay, well that's not true. I don't know why she would say that. I mean, I don't. But even if you should have spoken to me, like regardless. I mean, my heart was literally broken. I mean, you have long. I'm still not rebounded. I gave you my heart on my sleeve, and you ripped it, and you teared it apart, and now I have trust issues now with anyone. For the last 12 years, I've been trying so hard to move on, and you literally destroyed me. Literally. With no call. This is the first time I'm hearing from you in 12 years. You understand?
Yeah.
I've not spoken to you in 12 years. You just literally vanished.
Okay, hold on.
Who does that?
Okay,
I know.
I'm going to step in real quick here. So we knew this was going to be very complicated, and this was not going to be easy. And obviously right now, Patrick, you are hurt, and you are...
Understandably so.
Literally, Holly's in tears over here right now. Before we continue with anything else, because obviously this isn't going to be the connection we thought it would be, you need to process your emotions, because now it's digging everything up. Patrick, would you want us to give Aubrey your number so you two can talk when you feel comfortable?
I mean, like, she was the girl in my dreams. Yeah, I mean, if she wants to, like, talk to me, it's fine. It's just, I've not spoken to her in, like, 12 years. And it's like, it's so, I mean, if you want, we can definitely take, you know, everything very slowly. I'm very, very protective of my feelings now, and my heart. So, I mean, I will, if you want, like.
You don't have to answer now. You don't have to answer now. You do not have to answer now.
Okay, you guys. So, first of all, this is a red flag in any relationship. It's communication with somebody you trust. I don't care if this was my mama. That's why you got to have communication with the person that you're with. Because this would have never happened if she would have just talked to him. Ask questions. She could have came to the altar. Not just came to the altar. She could have called him that night and said, this is the accusation that I'm seeing. This is what this person tell me. You didn't trust him enough. You just decided that this person was right, and you were just going to go ahead and mind your business somewhere else and go and leave this man. You talked to your mother, and that's the one thing I don't understand. When you have trusted friends around you, you have everybody telling you to leave this man. This is the man of your dreams. Because after 12 years, you realize that this person lied, and you do still love him and want to get back to him. But he has trust issues. And he was very honest. This guy made me feel like, wow, I want the best for you. I don't think he should double back. Let me just be honest with you. Because the way he sounded after telling her you ruined my life, it's like he still had so much baggage left over that it could fill a whole cargo plane. She gave him trust issues. She, instead of having closure, he never got closure. Now 12 years, you realize after this person lied, you want to come double back. What? What? She is dead. It's wrong. She's dead wrong. Because you don't do that to somebody and expect to come back after 12 years. And she didn't apologize. That's the first thing. I am sorry. I know I left you 12 years. I know you have no right to forgive me. But I am sorry. Because I trusted somebody, and this is what happened. And the fact that her mom, she had this conversation with her mom. And her mom was like, I'm going to send you, just ghost him. You know, and I'm going to just be honest with you. I love the Indian community when they do ceremony and weddings and everything. Because it takes a village to have a wedding stand firm. It takes people that trust and know. In Nigeria, and I'm going to just use my situation as something. In Nigeria, I have a lot of people I can talk to in the Nigerian community that will help me. But they're never going to say, leave my husband. They're never going to tell me, leave the situation. They're going to tell me, try to work it out, try to commit. Marriage is a school you never graduate from. You're always growing. You're always learning. And that was the best advice anybody can give me. Because if not, my fear would be greater than my marriage, and I would have left a long time ago just on the understanding of fear. So this woman was devastated. Yes, she had a right to be devastated. But you did not care about the other person's feelings about being left. Your feelings were so selfish and on allegation because you didn't have any proof. I would, first thing, even if it's my friend, show me proof. Show me that this is the man that left me for another woman or is behind my back with another woman. Show me. She was so quick to believe this friend of hers that when she found out the friend lied, I'm pretty sure she was even worse off than when she found out her partner could have possibly cheated. Because it's no way in hell, and I mean that to the back to the bone, unless you got proof or I can find proof of my health. That's why they say to some women, never go looking if you don't want the truth. She didn't even go looking. That's like a whole misunderstanding. What if her friend, not to say she, even if, later we find out that the friend wanted him. But let me just be real with you. What if this same friend had witnessed him out with a coworker, right? And then he's out with this coworker and she presumed he's cheating, not knowing this is his coworker. And she'd have gave you the same information. And this time she has proof. You don't trust your partner enough to communicate with your partner. You're intimate with this guy. You see this guy all the time. You're in a relationship with this guy. You have built something with this guy where you trusted him enough to accept his proposal. And then on a whim, somebody tells you something, and even if you doubt him, you don't give him an opportunity to explain himself. I know a lot of couples that has been in a relationship where one partner has cheated. And they ain't even married and they still try to work it out. So that just tells me your insecurities about this being the person you was with, you did not feel enough love for this man to respect him to even give you an explanation or even give you closure to the relationship. I don't see me being with somebody, accepting their proposal and leaving them at the altar unless I had a firm amount of proof. That's why if cheating is your hard no, make sure you actually see the person cheat. And the friend, I hope whoever the friend wind up with, I hope the friend realize that her lies and deceit will definitely catch up with her in some type of capacity, because karma is definitely a witch. And she definitely be coming back hard. I wish nothing but, I wish that friend fell in love with somebody and somebody did that to her, or something happened to the person that she loved. Because that is spiteful, is deceptive, and is very narcissistic. She was so nasty in doing that I hope to God, wherever she is in life, she have regrets. That's just the way I feel about it. And it's nothing because I don't get me wrong, you're going to be having friends that have your back. It's going to be friends out there that really have your back. That really oh yeah, nothing, I don't want nothing to happen to my friend. I got my friend, me and my friend, me and my friend. It's going to be friends like that. But in this situation, this person you trusted showed not only their true colors, they showed pardon my French. I was so hurt for this guy. I was so, I literally had to pray for this person to even get over the pain and confusion and the stuff that was going on, because this was a lot. When I heard this, I was so shocked about it, and it played in my mind that, wow, this guy really did love her. Because even after 12 years, he was still carrying the baggage. And you didn't even give him time for closure or any explanation other than, hey, my friend said this and that's what I felt. That's what it was. So I was sitting there wow, what type of wife are you? What type of girlfriend are you? What type of woman are you to do this to him? And then expect him to want to double back. You really, really destroyed the relationship. And I hope that all the regrets you have, you get help for it. Because obviously you had to double back and come back to somebody you hurt in that way and expected him to take you back. Your arrogance, you were so, I want to use a word. I'm trying to figure it out what word I actually want to use, because this woman was so, I want to say she was delusional, entitled. This woman was so entitled that she felt like I can just come back after 12 years and he would accept me again, or we can figure out what we gonna do. I hope he doesn't go back to her, because even though he might love her, she was not good for him. One, it takes a lot of trust in a relationship to even be back with somebody that has cheated, much less that somebody had rumored to cheat. He's going to feel that she is going to definitely come back and do the same thing to him again. And what if something happened where he's in a situation, she didn't trust him enough to even go to him about the allegation. So what makes you think it's not going to happen again if she feel maybe this time her mom will say, hey, I seen him with this person, and she's like, oh well, he's cheating, so I'm just gonna leave him. And I just felt like at this point this is so embarrassing to him again, just as much as it was embarrassing for him to be at the altar waiting on you. And you are a very selfish person to not consider his feelings. You could have approached him any type of way within the 12 years you left him. But you had to do it in a major way on the radio station. Like that would explain anything for him or to him. I hated seeing this video because I really felt bad for him as a person. And I just felt like she does not deserve his love if her trust is as easily manipulated by anybody. The true intentions of anybody should be questioned. And this is the messed up part. I always relate stuff to me. Back in the old days, I had this guy I was talking to. And I had this close friend. Me and her was rolling deep. Like, when I tell you guys we were close, one time he was taking us out. And she just automatically sat in front. And I was like, she's sitting in the front of your car and we supposed to be talking. He was like, oh no, we all friends, even though I'm talking to you. I said, so why is she sitting in the front? You're talking to me, you trying to get with me, and you're letting her sit in the front of your car? So he was like, yeah, I'm letting her sit in the front because isn't she your friend? I don't care if she is my friend. If it ain't your mama, your sister, your auntie, or somebody in your family, why I give them respect to sit in the front, that person shouldn't be sitting in the front of your car. So later on, like, when me and him stopped talking, because we were just talking, he was trying to get to know me, and at the time, he was older than me, and I was entertaining the conversation. I found out that because I was not intimate with him, she had slept with him several times. And he had given her money for things. And I didn't end the friendship then, which I should have, because that's a whole bunch of shenanigans. Like, it's billions of men on this earth, and you choose to sleep with somebody that I'm talking to. That's just one, nasty, and that's just two, disrespectful. So I end up leaving her alone altogether. And I have this thing with me. If I see that a friend is too interested in the person that I'm with, or somebody has made comments, I take note, because that taught me the lesson that this guy is learning now. That it hurts. It's people out there that you can't trust, even though you're with them, even though you love them. And I'm pretty sure the 12 years that he's gone through, he has been in or tried to develop relationships to get over her, and it has not worked. Because 12 years later, he's still talking about the therapy and stuff that's hurting him, and he was about to cry on the radio station. Some of the things that she did and said, even now, is unforgivable. If he decides not to be with her, he deserves the peace because you left him at the altar. That's traumatizing in itself. for something that you didn't even ask or see or have any proof for. He's your partner. That's why it's funny that some women say they can't find a good man, and when they do find a good man, this is how they react. All on allegations. I'm pretty sure if he was such a good man to you, your friend saw that too. And sometimes a friend cannot like your man in front of you and talk behind your back, because I was in a situation with that too, and this time it wasn't me, but I had a friend. It was 4 of us together, and 2 of them was so close that they were like yin yang twins, right? Or the perception of them was so close that the funny thing about this whole situation is when one would get with me, she would just talk nasty. She would say things that was told to her in private, and I'm looking like, is this your friend? And after that, I stopped hanging around that one. I promise you that. I stopped hanging around that one, and I just hang to the other one. And then the other one stopped talking to me, because again, if she did it to her, she's going to do it to me. So one time, this was like after I stopped talking to both of them, because at the time I feel like, okay, well, I just move on because I'm that type of person. It was like 3 or 4 years later where I went to visit my mom in Miami. And she saw me at McDonald's, of all places. And I was getting something for my son at the time. And she said, "Hey, Kay." And I said, "Hey, what's up?" My son was sitting there eating while me and her had this long talking conversation. She said, "I always regret us ending our friendship because I don't really know how it ended." And then I said, to me, in my perception, this is how it ended. And I explained to her that I started hanging around her more often than I started hanging around the other person. And we stopped communicating after a while because she putting me off and she distanced herself. She said, "Now I remember." She's like, "She said, you said this about me, and this about me, and this is about me, and this is about me." And I was like, wow, but how would I know that? Because you never told me. She said, "Yes, I did." And I said, "Let's remember, you wasn't as close to me as you were to her. So how can you tell me this is what you told me when I'm telling you you did never told me that?" I said, but then I started telling her things that she would have known she didn't tell me. And I asked her, how would I to know that those things if she didn't tell me those things? And some of the things that she told me was horrendous, like things that them two had been through and things that I definitely shouldn't have known. And she was shocked. Because her and this person was still like, I wouldn't say they were buddy, but I would say they still was in the known, in each other business, in each other life in some type of capacity. So it took her, after the incident, almost 6 years to realize that this person was not for her. And I'm just going to be honest with you. If you have the type of person in your life that would do this, you messed up in life. Because you have to be able to judge people's character or have some discernment about people's character. And this was heavy on my heart when I just felt like this guy literally tried his best with this woman and fell in love and was happy, and then somebody can come in and just ruin it all because they want that same happiness. So this was like a real gunshot to me. This was heartbreaking. I know if you truly believe in love like I do, or you truly in like a meaningful relationship, this right here would definitely hurt you as a person. Even if you're not, just the compassion I feel for this guy is like, wow. So that's my take on it. My advice is he should not be with her, because even after 12 years, he's still not over it. It still hurts. He still feel like, hey, I can't do this no more. And that's a lot. That's a lot for anybody. But I think you guys got the legits. Leave your opinion down below so we can talk about this more, because this took me way back, like way back. Like, I wanted to fight for him. But anyway, you guys, we're definitely growing. I know you see us growing. So I know you see me pumping out these videos. I appreciate each and every one of you. Tell me what you want to see down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share, because again, you guys are the reason why I'm growing, and I appreciate it. Have a good day, you guys, and be blessed.